Hey everybody, Charlie here. Welcome back to Endzone. And I don't normally do this kind of thing, but I've been kind of playing around a little bit, just kind of casually offline, kind of trying to build things and putting things and pieces together. And I'm gonna go ahead and update you on what I've been working on. You can, if you want to know how much time has passed, just take a look at where the last episode ended in terms of the season number, and then this is where we are now, basically. So I had some power deficits, actually. I was trying to hook up a lot of other buildings to power. Had some power deficits, so I built another solar panel right here. And these two things are all connected up to the rest of the grid now. So the power overage on the grid now is 8,800. It's very good, but it's not necessarily everything. We also have full battery storage as well. So 350,000 power can now be distributed to the grid if we run low again, or if something happens to them. So we have basically power for days. Now I'm going to start getting them set up. I've also gone ahead and I've added an upgraded shelter here, so that these people, they were walking a long way. Like, I was taking a look at, like, where do you guys live? And they were walking a long way to get here. So I'm hoping that by having this house here, it will kind of give some localized, they can live here for a bit. And like someplace local for these guys to live, and then they can go up and do things. Now, that doesn't help them with the food situation necessarily, but there is food in stock in this warehouse. There's just not a whole lot for water, so they have to take a little bit of a trip over here to get the water. It's not that long, so it'll be fine. I've got 4 scrap yards now set up, 2 on this side, 1 here, and the initial one over here. So they're all getting me scrap now. And I've opened up the floodgates a little bit on our supply limits for the various resources. So now our supply limits are 300. It's going to let us build more electronics, more metal, etc. It's going to let us process more stuff so that we, have more of it, because we're going to be expanding and stuff. I put another orchard right here just to kind of expand our food. And there's been some research done, and it's not my choice, but they keep giving me these random events, right? That prompt me to want to, you should do this, Chief. And so I have been like sort of addressing their desires, if you will. I'm going to go to like 24 farmers here. I've been addressing sort of like their desires in that way. I don't really need that many farmers, do I? Let's go down to 20. And let's make sure everybody's on medic. Actually, okay, I'm medicine. Mortician's good. Anyway, so they forced me with these random events just to make them happy. Notice that they're happy now. And they forced me to do these decrees. So we have immunity and we have the knowledge transfer decree. And I'm going to go ahead and try that, actually. I don't know what the decree for immunity is, or not for immunity, for the... Where is it? Knowledge transfer. Why is it not done? Oh, you know what? Wait. No, I have it. Oh, I get it. I get it. So in order to do the decree, there's a cost to it, and the cost is 2 knowledge. So I have to spend knowledge to do this. But I think it's okay. I think it's worth it. We have a lot of people here. We now have 85 children. We do not have the capacity to teach 85 children, I don't think. So there's probably a good percentage of our people that are not educated. I kind of want to take a look at that, actually, if there's any graph that shows that. I'm sure there is. So we can take a look at education distribution. So the overwhelming majority of our citizens are educated. There's 252 people educated, currently 21 uneducated. So I actually don't need that at all. And I would have rather not spent the knowledge on it to get it, but I wanted to make them happy because they weren't happy, so now they are. And our population is booming, man. So we have plenty of resources, although we're a little light on cloth, and I'm kind of thinking maybe I'll get these little powered areas here to maybe not focus so much on plastic. Maybe you guys could start focusing on cloth just a bit more. I almost want to just erase these, like just get rid of them, because they're not that efficient, and I'd probably be much better to have them over here. But since these 2 buildings are really centrally located to everything in here, if we need like cloth some places, or we need, plastic to repair these or whatever, it can at least come from direct here. And you know, they don't have to walk all the way over and get it. I don't know, it's just something extra. I put another tailor shop right here because we were actually getting really low on protective gear, and we kind of still are. But I'm putting this on radiation suits because the overwhelming majority of my citizens are trained to keep... Oh, decontamination units. I probably should keep making those. Yeah, I probably should keep making those. Overwhelming majority of my citizens are trained to take care of their belongings now. The radiation suits will last a lot longer, and so I get way more value out of them. Especially when you consider, you know, we start getting highly contaminated stuff. I still, even now, have not been able to do that expedition. It is continuously, over and over again, the people that I'm sending on this expedition die before they can actually go on it. It's been a thing that just constantly keeps happening. And I'm also not getting very many people with the settler badge. I'm noticing that too. If I can have settler badges only, please. Yeah, no. Nobody has a settler badge. So, like, I don't want to go on this unless we're, like, super prepared. But I could go on other expeditions. I don't need to go on this one. I can go on other, like, maybe easier ones. There's an interesting location here I could send a scout to. It's like a big old abandoned town kind of thing. So I'll send a scout out that way for now. I only have one scout. Now, if you're wondering, what do scouts do? If maybe you're new to the game, what do scouts do when they're not out scouting, right? If I don't have a scout out doing something, what is that person doing? Well, they're sitting here at home creating these expedition units, the expedition packs, right? So we have 93 in storage now. Our production limit is 100. But they're constantly using food and water to create these packs while they're not doing anything. I typically only have one scout at a time because I don't want all my food and water sources being used for those things. But what you can also do is just limit the production. And then once you reach the production limit, they'll go off and just act as settlers. Okay, so I have 20 settlers. And I like the fact that I have so many overages here. Because it means that settlers are available to cover positions once we lose them because people keep dying. But I don't need this many, so I'm going to put more people on refining since these resources here are pretty cramped. Plastic and cloth are getting cramped really hard. And it's because we're making radiation suits. Plastic and cloth are really hard to keep up on when you're trying to make radiation suits. And there's masks and stuff too. I don't think I'm going to get this one. They want me to make 342 joints, 342 hard liquor, and 342 beer. And they're going to give me 100% happiness reward. I'm kind of good with what we already have. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. It looks like it'll just barely keep them in the green. Lucked out there. And the scout has arrived on location. So this is a doctor's office. Wow, that's a lot of things. Here's a building with a weird sign on the front facade. Front facade. Facade? Facade? I think it's facade. It's not exactly in the best shape. The boys should bring along tools and a doctor. Aside from that, some strange flyers are lying around in the neighborhood houses. Moonshine for the end of the world. Is that some kind of party? There's a bottle in the center with the inscription XXX printed on it. Oh, well. Anyway, sorry for taking up your time, Chief. It's like they are so clueless on like what things were like back then that they're just like, sorry, I don't want to waste your time. This building's nonsense. Anyway, so we can have metal tools. We want educated on all explorers. We want somebody with settler medical badge, sorry. We also want ages adult or younger, at least one person, I guess. And then we want settler badges and also someone with a pub keeper badge, which is kind of interesting. We could set this up, but I'm skeptical because I don't think anybody has a settler badge yet. But let's take a look. Okay, so it looks like we actually do have the explorer badge. Sorry, not explorer badge. That's what it is. So we'll do Matt's here. We'll do Aaron. We'll get. I need someone who's really young, adult or younger. So here we go. Yep, this Andrew, you can go. Let's get not the very old adults if we can help it. Actually, why don't we just filter this to where we don't have any very old adults on this. Good. So old adults only. So we have this badge. That's good. We're looking for the Explorer badge. We can grab it from somebody. I actually doubt anybody that's not very old has the Explorer badge since you haven't really done exploration yet. That's unfortunate. And medical too. Man, it's really hard to get people to go on these. They're going to die before they go. It stinks. We need an Explorer badge. Where'd their Explorer badge person go? I know I had one. Oh, I know I had one before. What happened? That's the pub keeper. Did they just die? I know I had one. Maybe... Yeah, nobody has it. Wow. Yeah, nobody has an Explorer badge. That's unfortunate. We should go on a different expedition before that one. This is a really cool location. I like these. This is a big old hospital. It's very cool. I think I want to go to someplace easier. What about this place? It's like a playground kind of thing. Let's send a scout here and see what happens. Might be an old school. Maybe we can... No, we need to get people the Explorer badge before we go on a lot of these, because it just requires it. Builders, have we built everything? Have we repaired everything? Sandstorms are wrecking us quite often. I think I want to start getting more power poles put in. So a lot of these places are not powered yet, and all we need to do is just connect them up. So we got that power pole there. I want to put you here, and then put you here, and then put you here. And we can actually start getting radio transmissions. We haven't done that yet. I haven't been doing it. Radio transmissions if you just hook up the town center to power. So, actually, it should be hooked up already, right? Yeah, right here. No? Are you just out of range? That's annoying. I think it is. It's got to be, because... Yeah, it's got to be. Just out of range. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and put you... and get you connected, like, right here. Right here. That's good. Although that might be out of range too. Where do you connect? Oh, it's way over here. That's why. All right, we'll just put you like that. Okay, so that's gonna get a whole lot of stuff connected to power. So let's see how that works. See what that does to our power grid currently. We may need more, but I'm considering having another solar farm kind of over here. Also, this is really far away for you guys to get this stuff. Maybe you guys can get the stuff that's a little bit more local first. We got a lot of scrap, and I really need to up the limit on scrap. Like, we should be able to store a lot more than this. We have great storage now, so I'm gonna up this. I think, like, let's just put this at like 5K. Like, allow all the scrap to be brought in. And then as we start getting things connected, I think that's going to do it, right? No, not quite yet. We need to build this power pole now. I'm going to have them build this one. I want to see what the radio transmissions are like. Radio transmissions from survivors. Because that adds a whole new dynamic to the game that we haven't seen yet. And I've kind of been trying to, like, get myself super comfortable before doing that. Because I'm not sure if that means we're getting raided or... I mean, there's no defense system built in this game, and I actually like that about it. I didn't like Surviving the Aftermath's, like, random event where you just get raiders that are super OP and you can't do anything about them before they wreak havoc upon you. I like that this is more about building and less about that. All right, so this is kind of cool. Search for survivors, radio transmissions. very interesting to me. I'm not entirely sure. I guess it's just a constant thing. So we'll wait for it. Sandstorm's going to come in, wreck all the buildings again. We're going to need a whole lot of builders to repair. So I'm just going to go like, yeah, I think 16 builders is probably fine. And we are still like plastic and, man, plastic and cloth are just getting so hammered. Hey, Chief, just picked up a radio message. Other survivors have asked if they'd be allowed to join our settlement. They fled from their own settlement because it was stricken with severe illness. Some of them appear to be really sick and sound really despondent. Are we in a position to add them to our settlement and treat them properly, or is that simply too risky at the moment? You know, we've got a lot of medicine. We're at our production cap on herbs. And we've got enough housing for them. We were pretty good on food. We could use the extra hands on scrap and making clothes. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. So it looks like we have to produce herbs and build another herbal hut? Why do I have to build another herbal hut to take in survivors? No, I had to build 4 more herbal huts. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. But, okay. That's what it wants me to do, I guess. Herbal huts. We'll build them. I guess we'll build one over here. We can go get herbs over here. We'll build one over here. I don't want one over here. I want one over here. We can build the herbal hut maybe next to the scrapyard, I suppose. That's 3. Maybe we'll build another one over here next to this hospital. I mean, I kind of want one next to the hospital, right? So build another one there, and then I guess one can go over here. I don't like that I have to build all of those, but okay. We've got lots of people though, man. I mean, 31 settlers right now. And we're kind of flatlining on food too. So I think it's probably time to restaff all of our hunting, all of the gathering, and now that the drought is over, all the fishing too. Let's bump up farmers a little bit. Max out the gatherers and max out the hunting. We can leave the fishing just for a little bit. But we've got a lot of people and stockpiling food. Target is reached. Hey, Chief, there's an old apartment house standing around out here. Looks pretty much like the other buildings, too. But on this one, there's a message. It was written in white paint on the roof. It says, 3 survivors. Help. Oh, and I love how it actually says that. Cool. There's no way it's new. The paint is already faded, but it might be worth taking a closer look at the house anyway. Okay, so we need metal tools. Yep, and somebody with an explorer badge, unfortunately. Somebody with an explorer badge. That's explorer badge thing is a real nasty requirement. We got to go to some place that's not gonna require that. Are there any? What about this little house here? Surely this tiny little house doesn't require somebody who's already been on an expedition. I may just need to send somebody on the expedition, get as much as I can out of it, and then, send them out there again. That may just be what's needed, you know? Are we getting the herb thing done? The herbalist hut's done. We're removing radiation for now. It's going to take a while to do these. I mean, they're all over the place. There's a lot of herbs over here to gather, though, so I suppose. I just don't want to gather any more herbs. I've got too many of them as is. I can't do anything with them. Although once we start making iodine tablets, maybe that'll be different. Why don't we raise our limit on herbs to 5,000? Just so we can keep gathering them, since we have the people to do that. Yeah, we're still growing on food pretty rapidly now, so this is nice. Endzone is beautiful when you're not like scrambling for food. It's really great when you're not scrambling for food. I mean, look at how smooth this is going right now, right? Steady growing population. Almost all of them completely educated all the time. Super high average health. Super low radiation. Almost 100 extra tools. 50 spare protective equipment, most of which is radiation suits, with everyone educated to use them, right? A huge surplus of medicine, although we're not making iodine pills yet. And actually, we have a ton of knowledge too. I'm wondering, we should get mining iodine, because this takes 3 knowledge. Let's do that now. So we're getting steady research, right? And aside from maybe a little bit of a struggle keeping up with cloth, I mean, all the resources are pretty good surplus right now. And how's our storage? Are we filling up our storage units? No. Yeah, 18% on this one. This one's full. This one's like stocked very full because it's right in the center of all of this, Like, I mean, there's scrap, 2 scrap yards, the refinery, the mine. We have clothing being made here. So yeah, we need an extra warehouse over here. Because right now people are having to carry it to the other one, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but maybe upgraded warehouses too. We'll probably do that too. I think I want to put you... it's gonna have to go right here. Yeah, that'll work. Pop that warehouse there. Maybe a second market. I think over here could use a market too. Because, like, they got the one market there. We could do another market here. I don't want to cut into the herbs and the food supply and stuff, but... I mean, I think another market would go good here. So we'll build that too. But I want to build that after we build all of those stupid herbal huts. 3 out of 5 are built. So we're waiting for which ones? This one is 1, and then the other one is here. Yeah. And they're mostly delivered. Now we just have to produce a ton of herbs, though. So I will need a whole lot of people as herbalists, so... Okay. All of you guys are going to become herbalists now. Just to satisfy this requirement, which... I guess it's a pretty good reward. Is more people, right? We want to save people. So let's do it. Target reached. Clothing stores. They still want an explorer badge. Wow. Everybody's like, you have to... It's like your typical job gateway, right? You had to have worked here in order to work here. Take a look at this. It apparently used to be a store for clothing. You can still see a shop window dummy on the ground floor. The building isn't in the best shape anymore, but it doesn't seem to have been looted yet. Could be worth sending an expedition here. Could be, indeed. Researcher badge, explorer badge, boulder badge, or sorry, builder badge. I think we send people here anyway. The fact that we don't have the explorer badge kind of sucks, but we have the others. And Melissa's a researcher and a builder, so that takes care of that requirement. You know what? We could send some of these people that don't have any badges. Maybe we'll send Summer, Mathilda, and I don't think we need more than 3. It's just a clothing store. Let's send 4 action points and metal tools. We won't have this, unfortunately, but let's go ahead and do it. We need to get people that explorer badge so we can go do the bigger loots. Maybe another hunter over here. There's actually quite a few. There's some wildlife and stuff over here. The downside about having 4 scrapyards is you have to constantly manage like where they're going to scrap. And eventually they all have to go so far away. Like eventually you're going to be walking clear across the wasteland to get one piece of scrap and then walking it back. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here. It's not that far away. We can go hammer. We can go get this stuff. There's a whole bunch of stuff over here too. I think that's where that clothing shop is. Yeah, we're gonna keep you there for now. And then, is there anybody else? Please don't die before you go on the expedition. That's all I ask, is that you not die before you go on the expedition. This warehouse is full, which makes sense. It's right next to the refinery and all that stuff, so we'll build another one here. And I think we're gonna put it... Ooh, can you fit here? Oh, why not? Oh, you can fit here though. I'm sorry, little decorative torch, but I'm gonna put something else here instead. Somebody get that torch. Get rid of it. I want to put this down because like, this is inefficient. They're having to move it to other storage. Thank you. And pop. Good warehouse. Very good. So mining iodine. Resources are being collected. We need 36 metal, 288 scrap, and 162 wood. It's not a big deal. The wood might be a slightly big deal. We're actually getting low on that, surprisingly. How are we doing on herb collection? Oh, easy. Now we just need to produce the medicine, which is... Herbs are already done. We can reduce the number of herbalists now. Thank you. I think 1 per building ought to be fine. Yeah. 5 herbalists. We'll do 1 per building. Okay? Because it's kind of absurd to need that many. But you know what? If we're ever low on herbs, whew, we can get it real quick. I'll tell you that. We'll have it in no time, man. No time at all. Be very easy. I think another gatherer over here would be cool too. More food. How's our surplus on power? We are at a deficit in power. Again. Does this mean we're pulling off the battery? Yeah. So things are still powered, right? Because we have the battery. All the buildings that want to be powered are still powered. For now. And we can put another solar collector. And like I could put it over here, I guess. Like get it close to all the other ones. Maybe over here, I guess. All I have to do is connect it to the battery if I do this. Yeah, maybe... this is scrap. Oh, wow, we have scrap in our way here. Okay. You know, maybe we'll put it over here. I'll put it here. And then we'll have a road. Take some people around here, I guess, and then brings them up like that. And then we're going to need power pole that connects both of these structures. So that's going to require there and here. Yeah. And then maybe we can get another battery even. I mean, we have all the supplies for this, and it creates a huge amount of redundancy for us, right? Huge backups of power supply here. You know, that scrap pile is kind of weird. Can I get all the scrap out of this area, please? I can't believe I still have all this here. I totally never even got it. Hey, you. Look at this scrap. Look at all this scrap that's really close to us, actually. Let's just get all that taken care of, too. So we'll build another power unit. And we'll build another battery once this scrap is out of here. I'll put it right here. That should help us a little bit. But in the meantime, we are pulling from our battery. And we have a huge deficit at night. Because the solar panels aren't doing anything at night. So see, we are draining power very fast at night. Very fast at night. Basically, that's it. At nighttime, that's basically like game over on power. So we are now out of power. We have a huge deficit until the sun comes back out. Apparently. What? Oh, of course. Wait a minute. Did I check this at night? I checked it at night. That's why. Okay. Okay. I was like, oh, that makes sense, actually. I was like, how's our power looking? Oh, it's bad. That was because it was at night. All right, I can install this. I don't need to build this right now. I still want the scrap out of here, though. That battery does look like it lasts us basically the entire night. Which is kind of cool. Like, just enough to last us all night. Very good. How are we doing here? Very close on the medicine. We need to produce more. And I think that we're not because we are at our cap. So let's raise this to 3,000. And now we should be producing a lot more medicine because we have a full staff of medics. Honestly, I really don't need this many herbalists. It's like, it's really stupid to have that many. Let's do max out on the teachers. Look at the kids that are growing up, man. We have 21 settlers. I mean, people are dying too. Actually, let's take a look at that really quick. Pause it. I'll let it run at 1x speed. All right, so this cemetery, right, is supposed to, you know, it picks up the dead, takes care of the dead. This one here is not. Look at all the dead right here. Like, we should be picking these guys up. And then you are full, which is why you haven't been able to pick these guys up, because you're full. All right, well, we're going to take care of that. I bet that's another downside to our happiness. This expedition is being prepared, but nothing is being brought here. Real strange. Good news, we were able to ramp up our production of medicine so far that we're able to treat the sick Outlanders. Now we ought to take care of our basic needs. We should provide our new settlers with some cabins. And the risk of pandemic would be too high in a shelter. Okay. I suppose that makes sense. So there's a multi-stage mission here. Fair enough. We can provide cabins on... I can just do cheap cabins, honestly. Just do some cheap cabins over here. I want them to start expanding this way, though. So maybe I'll put some cheap cabins on this side. Kind of like that. I just need 3, so I guess we'll just cancel that one. Just some cheap cabins is all it requires me to have. And since we have a ton of supply, I think it's time to set up our next water operation over here. The only reason I haven't done it yet is because we have 30,000 water in storage. And this isn't full. And we're not filtering it either because there's no contamination in it. Oh, but this is very contaminated. All right, let's start filtering this. And you know what? Let's just turn these on. We'll turn a couple more of them on. Let's get it hooked up to power too. So lots of things to build. That's why we have lots of builders. Lots of builders to get it all done fast. And I think, guys, we're almost like to the point where you could say we've conquered this game. I do want to see the iodine and construction here. I'm not going to stop until we have everything. So like, ooh, actually, you know, the hemp weaving mill would really help us. I mean, that's the one resources we're lacking, really, is being able to keep up on cloth, right? Because all of our protective equipment is taking cloth. Everything does. And all the repairs that are being made to all sorts of things are taking cloth. That's the one thing we really can't keep up on that well, even with 2 refineries. I'm thinking maybe the hemp weaving mill will solve that problem. And then, oh, paved roads. We got to have paved roads too. But yeah, let's see about getting the iodine, and then we can also go and do all the. We also do all the expeditions, but that's a lot. I don't know if it's necessary to do all of them. We have a mine now. For the iodine, right? I thought we would have mine for an iodine. Or can I change the work for mines? That's what it is. Okay, cool. You know, I am noticing us dropping our supply of coal. We'll have an extra miner there. We did it. We were able to build enough cabins for all the newcomers. Yay. Now all we have to do is increase our supplies of food and water. I think we're fine. It's silly. It's so silly. We're fine. And as a reward, you're going to give me 49 settlers. That's actually a lot of people. And 50 hemp. That's actually a lot of people. 50? I didn't think it was that many, but it is. Because of our awesome water, I think we can afford to staff the irrigation plant. And it says it's highly contaminated, but There's nothing in there, so I'm not sure how 0 water could be highly contaminated. Perhaps once we get somebody working there, that will change. We're going to keep this on high. We're going to keep this one on high. Because once 49 new people get here, we may actually have a deficit in food. That may be all that's needed. But I think I'm going to stick all these new people that are coming. They're all just going to be basic settlers for a bit. So all we need to do is produce a bunch of water, produce a bunch of food, which is like the water part's going to be a problem in the near term. The food is going to be done like instantly, really, really quick now. But the water's going to be harder to get because we have a drought coming right now. And also, I think... Oh, it costs 3 knowledge. I was going to get a scrap catcher from the... How are we doing on this? Cloth? We're at 184 cloth now. This is great. This is great. We're keeping up on it. Yay! With 50 people coming, we're not going to be. I want another tailor shop. It's a lot of tailors, but I want another one. Can put it over here. Ooh, it fits right here. You know what else might fit here, though? I'll see if a mine fits here, though. Because I'm thinking of the iodine right now. I'm thinking, like... If we can put this here, like there, we can mine iodine from right here. It just cuts in. Doesn't it cut in a little bit to our... Nah, not really. For forestry? Not really. I'm going to pop a mine right here. It's not really in the mountain, but it's going down. It's going down into that, right? So, like, they're doing it from underground. But we can have this be an iodine mine. And then we can start making iodine pills, and all the contamination and all the radiation everybody's getting that's causing them to get sick. They can just take the pills that are designed to, you know, help that. I like it. I like it. It's a good idea. Can I have another person working decontamination, please? And we only have 1 settler. I think probably should reduce the number of builders for a second. Okay. So look at our storage inventory. It's already getting full too. Even more stuff getting full. Somehow we're producing water during a drought. I got hacks, I guess. No, I'm pretty sure it's coming from these, right? It's the water is going into storage from these. This is not usable. We have to put it in here to make it usable. So the carriers are just moving them from these. And there's a whole bunch of these now. There's the sandstorm we could have gotten scrap from. Oh well, I want to see these new people come in. And then I think we'll call it a good there. My dog is going nuts upstairs, and my wife can't do anything about it. And my kid is home right now, so I can only record 1 video right now. But that's my life right now, man. My life is I would love to go to work. I know there's a lot of people out there that like lost their job during this whole ordeal, and you know, I find myself fortunate to be in a position where I was already, you know, I was already secure with a self-employment position, so I didn't have to worry about that. And then on top of that, I was also fortunate that, you know, my government decided that they were going to allow self-employed people to claim unemployment if they had lost a lot of their business and their clients, which I had no clients. Like, I just could not get jobs. With my kid being home, I couldn't produce content very much. You guys noticed there was like I don't know, like for several months, there was like a lapse in content, huge. And man, she just does not shut up, does she? She's barking like crazy right now. Yeah, so like I'm a bit fortunate in that respect, but now I'm trying to do this full-time content thing, and I can't make any complaints, you know, about like not being able to make videos for you. I can't complain about that because there are people out there who like don't have the luxury of trying to make even one and have that work, or a channel that can passively get more views and ad revenue. And, you know, I have Patreon supporters, or just, you guys have been a godsend, and like little tiny, that little extra income has gone a long way. And, you know, a lot of the Twitch subscriptions and things like that have helped me up my game in a time like this, as opposed to, you know, let it dwindle away and die. So I'm pretty fortunate with that. I'm very grateful for it. Really good, it says. These poor, sick people will now have a very good chance to recover from their illness. With a supply of water, food, and medicine we've made available to them, they ought to truly feel cordially welcome here. So lots of people came in just now. And we have getting close to 350 on our population now. Illness is getting out of hand. I know, we just brought sick people in, you dummies. Oh my god. You want me to build another hospital? There's no reason to do that, game. I don't really care about the rewards. I don't care. But if I don't do this, then you're gonna complain and people will get unhappy. But like, it's not worth it. 338 meds? Building all this stuff is not worth it. It's just not. I'm not gonna build another facility. I don't need it. Can I cancel this? Ugh. Fine. I can't cancel it. It's one of those can't cancel it things. Build another hospital over here. I don't want them. I don't want any more. I don't want another one. I don't need another one. We're good right where we are. Thanks. You're a medical center on the water. There you go. It's a new medical facility on the water. You're welcome. The things I do for you. Honestly, the rest of these requirements will be done so fast. Like, the rest of these requirements are going to be so easy. Except the idea of building another one of these medical facilities. Herbal has tuts. I mean, I don't need it. I don't need it. But I do have the iodine mine done, right? Yes. So this is doing iodine now. Good. Get on in there and get me some. And then maybe we can make some iodine tablets. Maybe that's what this medical center is for. This medical center will be dedicated to making iodine tablets while the rest of them are making medical packs. I think that is the purpose of this facility. And if it was, it should have been over here. But it's fine. They'll bring it over here and maybe we'll get more storage so they can locally store it. Logistics would be storage, yeah. Oops, don't do that. Have it come around like this. A storage could be maybe here. Right next to this. Yeah, right there. Do storage there and then put the dirt road like that and like that and like that. Just work your way around, guys. I can't believe the game has come a long way, you know? They've done some pretty good work here. I really like this. We need more people working the cemeteries though. There's just too many dead. We got to take care of the dead. There's just too many. But we were able to provide housing and then some, like way more housing than was needed. 31 spare on the radiation suits too, even with all those new people coming in. Seems good. We have the supplies to do it. I say we make radiation suits exclusively now. And we have more inventory. Here we go. More storage space. This one's full now. There's so much storage. There is a research for upgraded. Right here, upgraded warehouse. There's storage for that, and I probably should do that. Or there's storage for that. There's research for that. And I'm gonna do that. Can I see us producing there's iodine. How do I know how much iodine I have? It doesn't list it at the top. It doesn't list it in the mouse over either. So how do I know how much I have? Do I have to look here? It's just the iodine tablets. I want to know how much I have, like, straight iodine, like the raw resource right here. 28. It's weird that they don't display that up here. They have room for it. All the other resources are displayed here, but not that. Even on the mouse over, you know? I would have thought they would at least put iodine in the mouse over, but they don't. It's kind of strange. All right, so you're going to make Iodine tablets. That's what you're doing. You're dedicated to that. How's it feel? We're just gonna put the extra person in there and call it good. How does it feel? And then there's this warehouse here, which will likely store the iodine tablets. Let's have them only store certain things. I want iodine in here. I don't want... You can put hemp in here too. It's right next to the hemp field. And let's leave that alone. And then other food and all that stuff can go in here too. Herbs, medicine, all that stuff too. We don't need tools in here. And I think we probably don't need protective equipment in here either. So we can let all the other stuff be in here. But mostly I'm looking for iodine and hemp to store this. And that's probably why a lot of these storage units are full. It's just because there's everything under the sun is in here. When in reality, it shouldn't be that way. Like, look at this market. It's completely full. This other market needs built now. Because there needs to be another place for all those people to go. And then iodine tablets are being made. They get made fast. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, we got 7 of them now. 9 of them. Keep it going. That's right. Oh, it feels good. Okay, I'm gonna leave this video here. Thank you very much for watching. I gotta deal with my son upstairs. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you like the videos, please give it a thumbs up. You can subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.